Breaking news, a Woj bomb setting off. John Collins, ladies and gentlemen, has finally been traded.
Good Lord.
It took the Hawks 3 years to get this done. But according to Woj, the Hawks are finalizing a trade to send John Collins to the Jazz for Rudy Gay and a second-round pick. Atlanta's largely unloading Collins' 3 years at $78 million for some roster-building flexibility and alignment with looming changes to the salary cap. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The blockbuster Collins trade that everyone was speculating on for 3 straight years, 3 straight trade deadlines, finishes with Rudy Gay, a second-round pick. I mean, throw something else in there, like a shooting drill machine. They're gonna give him like a bag of new Wilson basketballs. I mean, throw a little something extra in there for John Collins, man. What do you think, bro?
What is happening with this deal? Is this just seems like we're done with it.
Yeah,
I'm sure Collins wanted to get out of there at this point, right? We've heard just the whole rumors of him being up and down with the Atlanta Hawks. At this point, this trade is nasty on all sorts of levels. Okay. I don't know who's, as of right now, because it's so fresh, I don't know who lost this trade.
Yeah, right.
I do not know who lost this trade. But I mean, where does he fit in on Utah? Because you got Lauri Markkanen, who plays power forward. You got Kessler Walker, who plays center. So is Collins playing small ball 5? Is that what's happening? No, I know that Cleveland went big when they had Markkanen with Mobley and Jared Allen. Like you had the Markkanen, Mobley, Allen show out there with Markkanen playing the 3, but is that what they're going to do out in Utah? Why does Atlanta want Rudy Gay?
Well, for the Hawks, I mean, what we're seeing, the trend is if you go to the Beal trade, you go to the Warriors trading Jordan Poole, you go to Boston trading Marcus Smart, Atlanta trading Collins. This is the cap maneuverability that teams are looking for to be mindful of that second apron. And so there's going to be a lot of cap casualties. Now for Collins, he wasn't making that team any better. He's a scrapper. He's a versatile player. Obviously has the athleticism. A lot of posters and things of that nature. He give you some positional versatility, a little bit. High flyer, we know all of that, but he wasn't making the Hawks any better. And so with the investment that they made in Dejounte Murray, with what they have in Trae Young, obviously with Quinn Snyder there, they needed some cap flexibility very, very badly because they have a lot invested in a lot of average talent. I mean, I couldn't believe that they even re-signed Bogdanovich to that deal when he's on the downside of his career. So they've made a lot of questionable signings. So Collins, as we've seen over the last few years, he was the next domino to fall. Gives Utah another player that they can evaluate. I think that's where they are in their rebuild, right? Just getting young talent, either through draft picks or through trades or through free agency, as they did over last offseason. Bring these guys in and see what you get out of it. See what young coach Will Hardy can make out of it. Does he come off the bench? As you said, does he play a small ball 5? Do they go with a big front court rotation with him, Markkanen, and Kessler? Who knows? That'll be up to Will Hardy to decide. But I think both teams came out well on this in terms of the Hawks getting out from under that contract as they've wanted to do for some time, and the Jazz getting a player who they can evaluate. Does he fit their system, and what do they do with him going forward?
CP, I'm sorry. I don't even know what the Utah Jazz are doing with this. I'm looking at the depth chart right now after the draft, and I forgot Utah got Taylor Hendricks.
Yeah, they did.
They got Kelly Olynyk.
They did.
Where does John Collins fit on this roster?
Yeah.
I got like Markkanen, Walker, Kessler. We know that they're slated to be there. What is? I don't even know what Utah's doing. I don't know how you could say we're going to add all these players at this position and say evaluate. I would expect them to go out and go get a guard. Because you got Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton. I believe Jordan Clarkson is a free agent.
Well, we got him
so,
on the free agent list. Yeah.
yeah, so you got Clarkson as a free agent. Um, Colin Sexton is another name that's been thrown out there. Like,
Yeah.
are they going to keep Colin Sexton? Like, I know he got extended with the Jazz, but this is just, I don't know what you're doing with Collins on this roster. I don't know where he gets. I just don't know where he fits in, man. Because once again, you used a first round pick on Taylor Hendricks. The Utah Jazz are looking to rebuild, so he has to be evaluated within his 4 years. Is Kelly Olynyk not going to stay with? I guess he's the
Possible.
one that would
Yeah,
have to
Kelly.
be. I guess he would have to be the one that's gone because I think he's also another free agent this year. I'm looking it up right now to see where he's at. And Olynyk he's partially guaranteed for the upcoming season, and he's an unrestricted free agent. So at the end of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So unless Utah decides not to bring him back, there's some money there they could use, but I don't know, man. I don't know what the Jazz are thinking with adding another big into their already cluttered rotation. I hope everyone else talks about it, though, because as Knicks fans, remember, we had the whole conversation when we signed 4 or 5 power forwards.
Right.
Remember that? Remember that conversation. I hope everyone gives the same questions to the Utah Jazz.
I'm telling you, man. But you know what, I think Jay from PR said it right. Jay says, I think this is just Ainge stockpiling assets. Yes, you have Hendricks in tow. But you have Collins there. Do you flip Collins? Can you get a low-end first-round pick? Maybe Collins is there for a year or so, and then you look at it and say, well, we were able to get another asset for basically trading away Rudy Gay and a future second-round pick. I mean, they really gave up nothing to get the guy. How he fits, again, that'll have to be the organization's strategy and decision making on how he fits best. But they're not under any win now window or championship window where they can't afford to do it. I think you roll the dice, you see what he gives you, and you see what you can trade him for in the next year or two, and see where it goes, man. John Collins going to the Utah Jazz, man. Silver Surfer in the chat says Ainge is going to trade Collins for 2 firsts at the trade deadline. You never
Could you imagine Danny Ainge?
Yeah.
It's Will Hard to increase the value of John Collins and
yeah.
Man.
Yeah. You never know, man. So interesting developments. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and Alex on the check-in, man. Breaking news, John Collins to the Utah Jazz for a bag of basketballs and some pocket lint. What do you guys think about it, man? Leave us some comments in the comment section.